llegar, 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 llegar. Some people pronounce this llegar, llegar. Why? Because the Spanish world is big, so there's different some different pronunciations, nuances. When pronouncing different words, the double L in Spanish can sound like the W in English, like llegar, llegar, right? Or it can sound more like a J, the English, the J sound in English. Llegar, llegar, llegar. Both sounds are perfectly fine. They're okay to use in Spanish, so don't worry about that much. So it's up to you which one you want to use, right? Which sound you would like to use. But I just wanted to let you know that that's an important thing to notice. Now, the most basic meaning of the verb llegar is to arrive or to get somewhere. Sometimes it also means to be somewhere, but essentially you're arriving to a place or getting to a place. You are getting to work, you're getting to your home, you're getting somewhere else. You can't be going, people go to places, right? So you have to get there. So this verb is useful in those situations. If you want to just say, hey, what time are you getting here? Hey, what time is your flight arriving? So this is a very good and helpful verb to learn. For example, llego en 10 minutos. Llego en 10 minutos. Llego en 10 minutos. What does it mean? It means I'll get or I'll be there in 10 minutes. This is also another thing that you can do when using the verb llegar. You can say, hey, I'll be there in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. So it's a good verb for those situations. Okay, let's break this down. Llego, llego, llego. Yo llego. We don't need yo. We don't need yo. We need llego. Why? Because this is the verb llegar. Llego. Llego. It's a different pronunciation because in perfect past tense, you can say él llegó. Él llegó. He got somewhere, right? But this pronunciation is different. Yo llego. Llegó, llego. So it's two different pronunciations. The difference too is the accent mark. If you have an accent mark there, that's perfect tense. And you're saying él llegó, ella llegó. Okay, so that's past tense. He arrived, he got somewhere, or she got somewhere, she arrived somewhere. Okay, so keep that in mind. We don't have an accent mark, so that means the pronunciation is llego, llego, yo llego. And that means I'll get or be somewhere. We're not saying there in Spanish. Llego. You could say llego allá, because allá is, there in Spanish. But if you don't have to. You can just say llego and then the rest. You don't have to say llego allá. Okay? Why? Because it's easier, it's faster. The verb llegar is already telling you that you're gonna get somewhere, so you don't have to say allá. Okay? You can if you want. It's correct to say it as well, but you don't have to. So yo llego means I'll get there. Okay. En means in. En can mean in, on, at. So another great word in Spanish that has multiple meanings. But in this situation, because we're talking about time, it means in. Okay. Diez means 10. Okay. 10. Minutos means minutes. Llego en 10 minutos. I'll get or be there in 10 minutes. This one is quite easy. This example was quite easy. Now let's look at the next example. ¿A qué hora llega su vuelo? ¿A qué hora llega su vuelo? ¿A qué hora llega su vuelo? This means what time does his or her flight arrive? Okay, so now you're talking about some flight, right? So you can use the verb llegar in that situation as well. You just want to know when does or what time does the flight or the plane lands, okay? So, or gets to the destination, arriving to the destination. Let's break it down. A qué, let's include a qué can mean what? Specifically when talking about time. So when you say a qué hora, hora means hour in Spanish. A qué hora the whole phrase means what time, even though hora means hour. So it's similar to saying what time. ¿A qué hora? ¿A qué hora? What time? And this is a common question in Spanish just by itself, just to say what time something's going to happen. Okay? So we have the verb llegar, llega, that is conjugated, of course. And llega means arrive. And let's include dos. Why? Because in Spanish, we don't have something similar to das. We or do when, talking about a question. When talking about a question, we don't have that. We just have the verb conjugated. Okay? So, ¿a qué hora llega? Means what time does something arrive? Okay, or someone. Su can mean his or her. Also, you're polite. Okay, you're polite or formal. So that also, su means also that. So in this situation, we're talking about his or her. Okay, could be your as well. But the next word, let's continue. The next word is vuelo. Remember the V sound in Spanish is similar to B as in bell. Vuelo, and that means flight. ¿A qué hora llega su vuelo? What time does his, her flight arrive? Okay, so interesting. If you want to talk about getting to a place or arriving somewhere, you can use the verb llegar. That's the most basic meaning of this verb, llegar. Okay,